Good evening, pro wrestling fans from all around the world of all shapes and sizes. Welcome to another Pro Wrestling Talk brought to you by Blitzball Champ Gaming here on the U to the Tube. I'm your host, Blitzball Champ Jason Ingram. So, wanted to get on here and do a doubleheader review. So first, I'm going to review Stardom's Supreme Fight 2024 show that took place this past weekend. And then afterwards, I am going to give my review of WWE NXT Vengeance Day 2024 that took place a day afterwards. So, two reviews coming at you for this video. Alright, let's go ahead and jump right on into it. So, Stardom Supreme Fight 2024 took place at the Iida Arena in Osaka, Japan. This was on February 4th. And I have to say, for this being the part of the celebration of the 13th anniversary of Stardom, I'd have to say, overall, pretty solid show. Pretty solid show. Let's go ahead and get into the matches. Let's get started with our first match. Let me just get my graphics up. Alrighty. Let's get started. First match. Alright. The show opened up with a Fatal 4-Way match. We had Sakurai from who used to be part of Donna Del Mundo. I forgot they have disbanded. So Sakurai versus Ruaka from Oedo Tai versus HANAKO, of course, part of the newly formed EXV for Empress Nexus Venus, and Ranna Yagami, of course, God's Eye's newest member, Ranna Yagami. For the most part, this match didn't last too long, but one thing's for sure is that Mai Sakurai left her mark in this match, and in quite an entertaining and funny way. As not only was she able to win the match by submission, she pulled off a really nice, kind of like a modified cloverleaf on Ranna Yagami. But the fact that she put Ruaka, HANAKO, and Ranna Yagami all in Paradise Locks. You know, the same Paradise Lock that Sonata likes to do in New Japan Pro Wrestling? Mai Sakurai did that to all three ladies. And by the end of the match, all three ladies were stuck in that Paradise Lock. That was just way to make a statement there for Mai Sakurai. Just got into the match, did her thing, won it, left everybody there in Paradise Locks. Got to give it up to Mai Sakurai. Very confident. Definitely like this attitude she's been portraying. And it makes me wonder where she may go. I know when Donna Del Mundo disbanded, you know, she said she would like to go where Julia goes. I don't know if that's necessarily going to happen. But it'll be very interesting to see what happens going forward with Mai Sakurai, especially now that Donna Del Mundo is no more. I mean, she's only ever been in two factions, Cosmic Angels first, and then Donna Del Mundo. So we'll have to see what's next for Mai Sakurai. But she walks away from that opening match with the victory. All right, let's go to our next match. All right, this time around, we had ourselves a tag team match. We had God's Eye made up of Sohrei and Saki Kashima And they were taking on Wing Gori. Of course, they're the current New Blood Tag Team Champions, part of the Stars faction. Iida and Hanan. This was another pretty quick match. I really liked the back and forth between Sohrei and Iida. Of course, both power wrestlers doing a lot of the chops. And of course, Saki Kashima was being a coward to start off with, but she eventually got in the match and did a little something. But, you know, Saki Kashima is still portraying the coward of the group, which, I don't know. It doesn't really fit for God's Eye, in my opinion. For Oedo Tai, sure, but for God's Eye, it just makes her look kind of weak. But, to be fair, she became high-speed champion after she joined God's Eye. So, I mean, that says something, right? But, well, then again, when you think about it, she was kind of being ushered out of Oedo Tai at the time. So, my mistake. She was being ushered out of Oedo Tai at the time. So, yeah. So that was actually before. But still, when she was with Oedo Tai, she was, her being more of a coward would have made sense. But then again, being that she was with Oedo Tai and they do a lot of shenanigans, it would have been a better fit for her character. But that's just me. Anyway, the match was alright, but when it came down to it, Hanan was able to pick up the victory for her team as she pinned Saki Kashima with the 17. So, I really like how they're continuing to keep Iida and Hanan, Wing Gori, a strong tag team. After all, they are the current New Blood Tag Team Champions. So, I really like that they're keeping them strong. It does make me wonder when they will defend the titles next. So far, we haven't heard anything about when the next New Blood show will be. And I believe it would be the first New Blood show of this year. So we haven't heard anything yet. So we'll see. We shall see. But hopefully we hear something soon. Alrighty. Let's go to the next match. And this is the first title match of the card. And this was a good one. Alright, we had the Future of Stardom Championship on the line. As the champion, Oedo Tai's Rina defended against the 2024 Rookie of Stardom and newest member of Stars, Yuzuki. But yeah, this was a great match. Yuzuki has been riding a good amount of momentum, especially ever since winning the 2024 Rookie of Stardom tournament, as she was able to get all the way to the finals and defeat HANAKO to win the tournament. Which, like I said, it wasn't a big tournament, but it was nice that they brought that tournament back. Because they haven't done a Rookie of Stardom tournament, I believe, since 2019, 2019, which I believe was when Saya Kamatani won the tournament. So, but yeah, this match was awesome. Definitely back and forth, and Yuzuki continues to improve in each of her matches, and it definitely makes sense why she won the Rookie of Stardom tournament this year. And, you know, I think her stock is only growing more and more and more. And she put up an excellent fight. Showed a lot of fighting spirit in this match against Rina. Withstood a lot of offense and really came back each time. But when it was all said and done, Rina continues to show why she's been a pretty dominant Future of Stardom champion, as she was able to put away Yuzuki with a Pink Devil and then pin her for the 1-2-3. And Rina, once again, still your Future of Stardom champion. And she's been on a roll. She has been on a roll and has looked good. And I don't know if she'll ever catch her sister Hanan, but she's still going. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. All right. Let's move on to the next match. More tag team action. Alrighty. We had the team of Queen's Quest made up of Lady C and Miyu Amasaki taking on Oedo Tai's XL made up of Natsuko Tora and Momo Watanabe. To be honest, the match kind of felt a little one-sided, but I gotta give credit to Lady C. I felt like Lady C looked really good in this match. I felt like she looked good. It was nice to see her chokeslam Momo Watanabe. I thought that was really cool. But I felt like for the most part this was kind of a one-sided match. But at the same time, I didn't expect Miyu and Lady C to win this match. And sure enough, that's how it went. But Momo Watanabe was able to pin Lady C, hitting that B driver and pinning her for the 1-2-3. So Oedo Tai's XL coming out with the victory. But like I said, not surprised. Not surprised at all. Alrighty. Let's go to our next match. More tag team action, y'all. Y'all haven't had enough tag team action, so let's get some more tag team action up in here. Alrighty. For this match, we had a big return here. We had Cosmic Angels, Yuna Mizumori, and the return of its leader from injury, Tam Nakano, taking on the team of Moonlight Venus, of course, both part of the most newest faction of EXV, Mina Shirakawa, and Waka Tsukiyama. Now, first, I wanted to point out during the entrance of Mina and Waka, she wasn't in that good of a mood. Y'all remember seeing their entrance? You know, Mina did her pink bandit dance and Waka came out. She posed, but did you see her demeanor? She had a much more serious demeanor. She wasn't as cheerful as she usually is. She wasn't as hyping up Mina as she usually does when she dances. So, I don't know. I just thought that was something to note of. But, Tam Nakano returned, had new gear, so very colorful new gear. And yeah, this was a pretty solid match between both teams. But of course the spotlight was mainly going to be on Mina Shirakawa and Tam Nakano. But we all knew how this was going to go down if we really think about it. But when it was all said and done, Tam Nakano picked up the victory for Cosmic Angels, pinning Waka with a tiger suplex. And then she tried to console Waka, and Waka kind of slapped her arm away and just, yeah. Because, I mean, there is a lot of history there. There's a lot of history there. I mean, after all, Waka used to be part of Cosmic Angels. But honestly, and that's one person, I don't know what the heck they're doing with Waka. It's like, she's going to continue to job, unfortunately. She's going to continue to job. I'm not so sure Waka will win another match in Stardom, just to keep it real with y'all. I am not so sure Waka wins another match. Maybe at a New Blood show or something like that, but she got her 1 or 2 wins. She got a singles win and a tag team win. And they just were like, well, back to loser. Back to the loser line. And it's been that way ever since. So, Yeah. And she even in a new faction under new leadership. It's crazy. But it was all eyes on Tam Nakano. Welcome back, Tam Nakano. Glad she's back from injury. All right, y'all ready for some more title matches? Well, check out this next one, which you might think I'm crazy. I put this one as a match of the year candidate. Check it out. We had the High Speed Championship on the line. As the champion, the Moon Star, the very quick, agile, fast, and bubbly Seira defended the title against Stars' wild heart, Hazuki. And yes, I meant what I said. I put this as a 2024 Match of the Year candidate. This match definitely showed that Hazuki can still hang with the best of them in high-speed matches. I mean, after all, Hazuki was a former high-speed champion when she was with Oedo Tai. So, and you know, Hazuki is still young. She's still in her either early or late 20s. Hazuki is still young. And, you know, that's really the only, I believe that's still the only singles title she's ever held in Stardom. But she was a great high-speed champion. And now being able to take on, you know, one of the new up-and-coming rising high-speed champions in Seira, who's only been in Stardom for, you know, I think about a year now. Because before, she's had a few appearances in Stardom. But Seira has been a solid champion since winning the title. And seeing her take on a vet like Hazuki, who has been known for the high-speed style, definitely this was a very entertaining high-speed clinic of a match. At its finest. At its finest. And honestly, this match could have gone either way. There was a lot of high-speed action. There were a lot of submission attempts from both ladies. And let me tell you, Seira's fighting spirit hit a all new level. The fact that she withstood a submission that had multiple transitions from Hazuki, the fact that she was able to withstand all that and still make it to the ropes, Seira was on like God tier fighting spirit. I kid you not. Like, she was at least trapped in that submission at least it had to have been a good 5 minutes, at least. It was crazy. It was so crazy. And sure enough, this match ended in a time limit draw. Time limit draw. Seira keeps her title. And a great sign of sportsmanship from Hazuki after the match, I thought was really cool. And you got to remember, Seira was the one that issued the challenge. She wanted to face Hazuki for the title, so she gave her the title shot. But great sportsmanship there. But that match was fire. Definitely a high-speed clinic. And my favorite match of the whole card. So, I highly recommend, if y'all haven't seen that match, Seira Hazuki for the high-speed title at Stardom Supreme Fight 2024, you need to see it. You need to see it. Alrighty, let's keep it going with our next match, which was a very special match. Check it out. Alrighty, we had a 13th anniversary special 8-woman tag match, showcasing some of the best in World Wonder Ring Stardom. The teams. Team number 1, you had Azumi and Utami Hayashishita from Queen's Quest. You had Nanae Takahashi, co-founder of the company and the first World of Stardom champion in Stardom history. And the icon of Stardom, who is also celebrating her 13th anniversary. Been there since the beginning, the IWGP Women's Champion, Mayu Iwatani. All on one team. Taking on the team of Suzu Suzuki, who was last year's 5-star Grand Prix winner, Mirai and Shuri of God's Eye. Of course, Mirai, a former Wonder of Stardom champion, 2-time Cinderella tournament winner. Shuri, the leader of God's Eye, former SWA champion, former World of Stardom champion, current Artist of Stardom champion, along with Mirai and Ami Sohrei. And, of course, Julia, the current NJPW Strong Women's Champion. All on team number 2. There's a lot of star power in this match, for sure. Whole lot of star power. This match was excellent. Definitely lived up to the star power and talent in this match. Everybody was showcased well. I originally thought this was going to be a time limit draw, to be honest with you. But everybody looked really good in this match. We even got to see the Freedom drop kick with Mayu Iwatani, which it's always so cool to see that move. But this was an incredible match. It really could have gone either way. But Mayu Iwatani, celebrating her 13th year anniversary, only had to be the one to get the victory for her team, as she was able to pin Suzu Suzuki after hitting a diving moonsault for the 1-2-3. And your winners, Mayu Iwatani, Utami Hayashishita, Azumi, and Nanae Takahashi. Like I said, excellent match. Both teams looked really great. And yeah, very enjoyable. That's all I can say. I had no complaints. Alrighty, we got 2 more title matches left. Let's check out this semi-main event. Or actually semi-final. I meant to say semi-final. Anyway, we had the Wonder of Stardom Championship on the line, the white belt. As the champion, Cosmic Angels Saori Anou took on Oedo Tai's Starlight Kid. Awesome match as well. I believe this is only the second or third time, maybe 4th time, that Starlight Kid has actually challenged for the Wonder of Stardom Championship. Put up a great fight. Shout out to Saori Anou. She was sporting new gear. Thought her gear looked really cool. But this was a great match. Great back and forth match. Awesome clash of styles between both of these ladies. And, Starlight Kid, she came close. And I could see her holding that title someday. It just wasn't this past weekend. Saori Anou threw everything she could at her. And then the final nail in the coffin was when she actually hit a Japanese Ocean suplex on Starlight Kid for the 1-2-3. And Saori Anou, still your Wonder of Stardom champion. And a great sign of sportsmanship after the match as well between both ladies. But Starlight Kid came up just a little short. And let's also keep in mind, these two have history as well. They've wrestled each other way long time ago. Long time ago. So it was good to see them go at it again this past weekend. It was really good. then the main event of Stardom Supreme Fight 2024 came down to the World of Stardom Championship on the line. As the champion, the leader of EXV, Maika, making her first defense against the Golden Phoenix of Queen's Quest, one half of the Goddess of Stardom tag champs, Saya Kamitani. Now, of course, both these ladies have a lot of history facing each other. We have to remember, Saya Kamitani beat Maika to win the Cinderella tournament a couple of years ago. And these two have been back and forth against each other. And if I remember correctly, Saya has beaten Maika when Saya was the Wonder of Stardom champion. If I remember correctly, she's defended that title against Maika, which, you know, Saya had an epic white belt run. But now she was challenging for the red belt because she's definitely trying to upgrade. And this was Maika's first defense since winning it at Stardom Dream Queendom back in December, defeating Suzu Suzuki for the vacant title. This match definitely did not disappoint. Both of these ladies are solid, definitely deserve to be main eventers. And this match showed. This match definitely showed. And yeah, Saya Kamitani is definitely back in pro form. And Maika was looking to put her away. And it took a while. It took a while. Even one or two Michinoku drivers wasn't enough to put away Saya Kamitani. She kept coming back, but it eventually took a modified arm trap, Michinoku driver 2, to finally put away Saya Kamitani for the 1-2-3. And there you have it. Maika with her first successful defense of the World of Stardom Championship. Very nice. But great main event. I also couldn't help but notice a couple of things. First off, shout out to Natsuko, who was on special guest commentary for the event. Secondly, Tekla was in attendance for the show. That's right, Tekla was in attendance. Also, Maika called out Tam Nakano after the match. So it looks like she wants to defend the World of Stardom Championship against Tam Nakano. Well, you look at that. Not too long after coming back, making her return match, looks like Tam's going to be right back in the red belt title picture. And then at the end, they had everybody come back into the ring to pose for a big anniversary picture. Even Tekla was in the ring. I mean, everybody was in the ring. Even Rossi Ogawa, which ended up being his last picture in a Stardom event since Rossi got fired. Which, it has been said and confirmed that Rossi Ogawa is looking to start his own promotion. There you have it, y'all. It's been confirmed to Tokyo Sports that Rossi Ogawa wants to start his own promotion. So with that being said, it really remains to be seen what talent contracts expire in March. Is either like sometime in March or the end of March. Those could potentially be talent that end up following Rossi to wherever he goes or wherever promotion he starts. So, just something to think about. Just something to think about. Also, it was revealed that Mayu Iwatani has an opponent to defend the IWGP Women's Championship, which will be Mina Shirakawa, and it will be defended on February 23rd at New Japan Pro Wrestling's The New Beginning in Sapporo. So yeah, add an IWGP Women's Championship match to that card. It'll be Mayu versus Mina. So that should be really good. As far as upcoming schedule, so far it looks like, I mean, they're going to have some, you know, tour dates, but it looks like the next upcoming big show for Stardom, I mean, at that time, it'll be Cinderella tournament time, which that is March 9th. But yeah, March 9th. That's Cinderella tournament time. So, and see, the thing is, with everything that's going down with Stardom and the changing of booking and, you know, the whole contract situation with some of the talents, who knows what the Cinderella tournament's going to look like? I mean, we don't even know who's going to be booked for the Cinderella tournament yet. So, I mean, I don't know. We'll probably find out. Well, shoot, it's what? It's February 6th right now. I'd say probably give it another week or two, and they'll probably start revealing who will be in the tournament. Because that'll be here before you know it. That'll be here before you know it. But they also announced a show May 18th at the Yokohama Budokan. So they announced that show. And then they announced a show for June 22nd at the Tokyo National Yoyogi Stadium. Well, shoot. By that time... Well, actually... Well, yeah. Won't be too long for a 5-star Grand Prix season. And see, that's another thing. If there's going to be a handful of big-name talent leaving in March, how's that going to look for this year's 5-star Grand Prix? Guess we'll have to wait and see. But it's very interesting. Very interesting to see how Stardom is gonna bounce back, because a lot of folks feel like they might be on a decline with Rossy Ogawa being terminated. But only time will tell. We shall see. Okay. Before I go into my review of NXT Vengeance Day, here's a quick word on the sponsor for this video, Game Beauty. Check them out. As you continue to enjoy content here at Blitzball Champ Gaming, be sure you take a moment to check out Game Beauty. Beauty inspired by gaming. Game Beauty brings to you video game related makeup and cosmetic products. You have products such as eyeshadow palettes, elemental pearl highlighters, eyeshadow brushes, liquid eyeliner pens by Akideris, and even non-makeup products like graphic tees. They even have special collaboration makeup kits, such as this Persona 5 Heat Wave Brush Single, Metaverse Bundle, and even a Phantom Thieves Limited Edition Makeup Collection. Also remember that Game Beauty provides international shipping of $60 or more. And if you use the promo code BlitzballChamp, all in caps, you can get 10% off of your order. So be sure to use that to your advantage. Now, back to your regularly scheduled video. Enjoy, and thank you. Alrighty, we switch gears to WWE NXT Vengeance Day, which took place at the F&M Bank Arena in Clarksville, Tennessee. And I have to say, even though it's only a small number of matches, I'd have to say the matches were pretty solid. Very solid. Let's go ahead and get started with our first match. Alright, check it out. Alrighty. We had the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic Finals as the team of Bron Breakker and Baron Corbin take on Trick Mellow Game, Trick Williams, and Carmelo Hayes. As I said before, this was a very solid match. And you know, for this being the finals of the tournament, this really delivered on a great scale for tag team wrestling. It really was played out to look like it could have gone either way. And it's really no surprise that both of these teams made it to the finals. But Bron Breakker and Baron Corbin would not be denied. They would not be denied, as Bron Breakker hit Carmelo Hayes with a spear and pinned him for the 1-2-3. Trick Williams wasn't able to break up the pin in time. And Bron Breakker and Baron Corbin are your 2024 Dusty Rhodes Tag Classic winners. Very interesting pairing, but ended up working out in the end. And Trick Williams had his lip busted open pretty badly in that match. Yeah, it was pretty bad looking. But Bron Breakker, Baron Corbin, your Dusty Tag Classic winners. Congrats to them. All right, let's take a look at the next match. We had a no disqualification match. Joe Gacy versus Dijak. I do have to say it was pretty cool and unique to see them both start off with baton attacks. Of course, you know, Dijak had his nightstick and Joe Gacy busted out one of those extending police batons. I thought that was pretty cool. And they went back and forth with that. We got to see a table. I believe those were some Legos. We got to see trash can. You know, Dijak stuffed Gacy in a trash can. Gacy even put dang on electric tape across the eyes of Dijak. I thought that was pretty funny. He even ended up hitting a Feast Your Eyes on Joe Gacy while blinded. Like, it was so funny. It was really, really funny. But this was actually a more enjoyable match than I thought it was going to be. I actually enjoyed this more than I thought it was going to be. But when it was all said and done, a second Feast Your Eyes from Dijak to Gacy was able to put him away for the 1-2-3. So, Dijak with the win. And word is, supposedly, Dijak's contract is expiring this spring. So maybe March or April. So that's what the word is. So I have to see what happens with Dijak. But just food for thought. All right. Let's move on to our next match. Okay, we had a 6-person mixed tag match. We had the Family versus OTM. The Family, made up of NXT Tag Champions Tony D'Angelo, Channing Stacks Lorenzo, and Adriana Rizzo, taking on OTM's Lucian Price, Bronco Nima, and Jada Parker. Of course, they had Scripps in their corner as well. This match was alright. When the ladies started going at it, I felt like it started kind of slow and sluggish. But as the match got further and further, they definitely picked it up more. So shout outs to Jada Parker and Adriana Rizzo for really, picking it up some and actually finished strong. Finished really strong. But, yeah, both these teams went at it. I definitely like this feud. Hopefully, I don't think this feud is over quite yet. I think it's going to keep going. Because I feel like with these two factions going at it, I could see it lasting a while. So I don't think this is the last time we'll really see them go at it. But Tony D'Angelo was able to pin Lucian Price after hitting the forget about it. Pinned him for the 1, 2, 3. And the Family stands tall as your winners. But I don't think it's over. I definitely don't think it's over. But it was good to see Jada Parker and Adriana Rizzo finally have their official matches and, in this match, in this tag match. Okay. All right. Y'all ready for some title matches? We have 3 title matches. Let's get into some title matches. First up, the ladies. Alrighty. So, this was for the NXT Women's Championship. We had the champion, Lyra Valkyria, defending against Roxanne Perez. Now, this is how the match started off. This was originally just these two going at it for the title. But then, middle of the way, which, the action was great between Roxanne and Lyra. Definitely liked what I was seeing from the both of them. But middle of the way, out comes Lola Vice to cash in her breakout challenge contract to be included in this title match, which became a triple threat match. Now, you know what? It was still kind of a lame cash-in, but you know what? At least it was in the middle of the match and not at the end of the match. And it just turned it into a triple threat. So, I can respect that just a little bit, but I still hate cash-ins. I still hate them. But Lola Vice added to the match, middle of the way. Got in her offense, and, she ended up being the freshest one there, which gave her the advantage. But while she might have been able to take out Roxanne, Lyra was able to finish off Lola Vice, hitting her with a Night Wish and pinning her for the 1, 2, 3. Lyra Valkyria is still your NXT Women's Champion. But do keep in mind, Roxanne did not get pinned. So therefore, she still looks strong. And from the brawl that they had later backstage, it looks like they are setting up Lola Vice versus Roxanne Perez, which we'll probably see on NXT TV. So just keeping that in mind. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Okay. Next match. Alrighty. We had the NXT North American Championship on the line as the champion who won the male breakout challenge, cashed in successfully to win the title. Obafemi making his first defense against former champion Dragon Lee. Now, for the most part, this did seem kind of one-sided. Thankfully, it wasn't completely a squash, because that would have really been rough. But if anything, you know, Dragon Lee gave a decent effort, but I figured it was going to go the way that it went. But I hope they continue to keep Obafemi strong and a threat. You know what I mean? And that they did. As he was able to pretty much put away Dragon Lee, showcasing his power, hit a pop-up powerbomb, then pinned him for the 1-2-3. And Obafemi, first successful defense of the North American Championship. And probably what's going to end up happening, I think Dragon Lee is going to end up getting called up to the main roster permanently. And probably he's going to join the LWO. I could see him joining the LWO. And then they feud with Legado del Fantasma. That's what I'm thinking is going to happen. But yeah, this match went how I thought it was going to go. But Obafemi, it's looking like he's going to be a successful star in NXT. And let's see what kind of North American Championship run he has. Then the main event of NXT Vengeance Day came down to the NXT Championship as Ilya Dragunov, the Mad Dragon, the champion, defends against Trick Williams, the winner of the Iron Survivor Challenge for the men back at NXT Deadline, which was how he earned this title shot. Match was excellent. Definitely one of Trick Williams, if not his best match in WWE to this day. Now, of course, Carmelo Hayes was in his corner, but these two destroyed each other. I mean, already Trick had a busted lip, his mouth was bleeding, and then Ilya Dragunov, his nose and face was bleeding. Man, Ilya bleeds easily. I don't know what it is, but that dude bleeds easily. He might be the second coming of Jon Moxley, because that dude bleeds a lot. But, I mean, they were just beating the mess out of each other. And even Trick Williams showed a lot of fighting spirit in this match, enduring through the H-bombs and all the offense from Ilya. And, of course, there was shenanigans because, you know, the incidental contact with the referee, Trick Williams hitting that flying knee, almost kind of like a V-trigger, pretty much had the match won, but the ref was down, and Carmelo Hayes was down at the time. Got another referee, tried to make the count in time, but Ilya kicked out. And just when it seemed like Trick Williams was going to bounce back, had the opening, he ended up eating a Torpedo Moscow. Ilya made the cover for the 1-2-3. Ilya Dragunov, still your NXT champion. An excellent effort from Trick Williams. Carmelo Hayes came into the ring to comfort and console Trick Williams. Then, when his back was turned, chop block. And there it is, ladies and gentlemen. The turn I'm sure many of us saw coming. as Carmelo Hayes turned on his best friend, Trick Williams. Attacked him, that chop block, got a chair, was wailing on that leg, that knee with the chair, then left. There you have it, y'all. We're now going to get the feud between Carmelo Hayes and Trick Williams. With, of course, Trick Williams being the face. I mean, he's the main one the crowd is behind. Whoop that trick. Whoop that trick. So, that's how it's going to be. I'm sure Melo's going to explain himself on NXT TV this week, so we'll see how that goes. But I have to say, I was actually happy with Vengeance Day. This was good. And I went to Vengeance Day last year when they had it in Charlotte, and that was good. But I have to say, for this being the first PLE of the year for NXT, they did good. They did good. I was happy. They did good. But it'll be interesting to see what happens this week. And of course, now with WWE, they're getting geared up and ready for Elimination Chamber in Perth, Australia. So that's their next upcoming event. You know, as the road to WrestleMania continues. But yeah. Well, that is all that I have for this video. Don't forget to check out the link in the description for Game Beauty. And also, let me know what y'all's thoughts are. What did y'all think of Stardom Supreme Fight 2024? What did y'all think of NXT Vengeance Day? Did you enjoy the matches? What were your favorites? Let me know. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell while you're at it. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. For another Pro Wrestling Talk brought to you by Blitzball Champ Gaming here on the U to the Tube, my name is Blitzball Champ Jason Ingram. Hope everybody has a blessed day tomorrow, and I will see y'all in the next video. Peace out. Later.